Welcome back to No Man's Land and the Everything Challenge. It is still July. Last month we spent it getting the poplar into the ground. It's up there on those big brown splotches over there. And we also properly made a grass field. Start a little time lapse. I'm going to get maybe the headland done. And then we'll get the worker to do the rest, or at least a lot of it. And we'll do a whole lot of carting.
Sometimes when I'm thinking about us, before we got lost and we parted, back to back we would carry on and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight. This time we're not safe and sound. Not safe and sound.
That's the headland done. Had to avoid this building, which is way too close to the field, but we will make it work. Looks like one lap is nearly 100%. Which means up and down should be under 100% too, so we can unload it each time it does a lap across the field. I think I'll set it off just right to left today. Sometimes we do it across the field, but I think we'll go up and down today. See how that goes, based on the yield and how much that will be in the tank. So we'll stop this here. Empty this load out, and then let the AI worker do the rest. Let's go grab a maybe just one trailer. I don't think this is making that much, so we should be able to ferry it pretty easily, and the silo is just there anyway. Yeah, another crop season has arrived. I wonder how much we're going to get off this field. Maybe 50,000, and that was 9,000 for one lap. So yeah, maybe even 75 or 100,000. All right, that's unloaded. Let's get the worker going. And I'll start over here on the right hand side and just work right to left. Our sugar cane is right there in front of us. Slowly growing up. Working can do that. Yes, so go run over there and have a look at it. It looks like sugar cane, I guess. Big long stalks, grey at the top. Yeah, so this will be probably, I don't know, 10, 12 feet tall by the time it germinates. Alright, what else we're going to do today is have a look at our productions and just make sure that everything is running a-okay. Make sure nothing's run out. There's need to be water for the greenhouses. Plenty of wood hanging around. Spawn point is a problem, so let's do that one straight away. So this is the chair and tables area. So let's grab our forklift and clear that out. We have been neglecting selling things, so we may actually be missing the peak price for some things. Hopefully chairs is one of those things that's about to peak, since there is so many right there. Let's have a look at the price of chairs. It is peaking in July and December. So $28.78. For the sake of $20, let's do a quick forklift job. Since the silver market is literally right there behind us, we'll clear all these chairs out and get some profit here in July. at $2,800 a set of chairs, that was a half decent amount of money. I didn't remember where we started, but I think it was at least $20,000. And the tables also are aplenty. I'll just double check that they're not right now. I remember doing them semi-recently. So yeah, they were peaking back in May, so we'll do it again in February. I'm seeing that the worker for this is full, so let's quickly run out there and catch it as it does a U-turn. Looks like it can do 4 stripes before it gets full, which is good news. I'll unload this. Another 9,000 into the kitty. Hopefully it will stop and won't U-turn. We should have plenty of space to get all this. It's 22,000 per trailer load, and it's 2 times 9, so 18 versus 22, so it'll be fine. This shouldn't be too much problem. I think the worker should be able to go up and down, and it shouldn't take too much effort for us to get that to work. Get out of the way. Just quick, I wonder if the BGA is going well or not. We have a lot of things that just need upkeep now. Yeah, so we have a little bit left, but no material. If we look at the cows, they have a little bit of slurry, 33,000. We like to pick it up when it's around 50. And the pigs are not doing it either. That's because they don't have food. So once they have food, the straw will turn into slurry. So we need to get their food situation worked out. Let's dump off our first load of oats in our silo. I wonder if we have any in reserve. Looks like we had none, so the silo will tell us the toto for the field. Right, we'll get this ready for the next load. While we're waiting for that, we'll leverage that forklift again. And we will get a whole lot of silage moved across into the BGA. Our grass, hay, and silage situation is a little bit dire. We haven't done any grass work for ages, and our supplies are dwindling a little bit. There's only barely enough grass there to keep the sheep happy. And in fact, I think, yeah, a couple of enclosures have no grass right now. Plenty of straw that will get turned into slurry. And as far as silage is concerned, you can see at the bottom right corner we have 95. So let's get let's get 10 out, and we'll get them into the BGA quickly. And then by the time we can do that, it might be time to unload the oats again. Last set of bales, that should keep this thing happy. We will also get the manure across here as well. The slurry can wait a little bit. I want to wait for that green thing to be delivering 50,000 or 60,000 rather than just 30. I think I will quickly dump out a couple of the grass bales and deliver it to that first sheep barn. I can see over there it needs at least 1, so we'll put 2 on that. I chose 2 because it's just at the point where I can carry it. These are super heavy. Probably shouldn't be doing it this way. The other forklift we have is a bit heavier, so I probably should swap roles here. Hopefully this ramp will work. I might have to separate these out actually. They're super, super heavy. One dropped off. And number 2. We jump across to this guy since it has a full tank. And we'll empty it off as it runs. I think the cruise control speed is 10 for a harvester, so we'll dial up 10. That way when we activate cruise control, we'll track next to the harvester at the same speed. We can always modify it as we go along. This last stripe means that the harvester doesn't have such a hard time turning around. Third of the field's been done already. Yeah, it does seem to be 10. So we'll quickly unload this. If the field was a bit further away, I would probably have 2 trailers, but since the silo is right there in front of us, our local haul is absolutely fine, especially because the 2 9s fit in the 22 so well. So what else do we need to do? We've planted everything we can. We can leave this on cruise control while I look at the menu. I think we have everything planted from a crop type. The only things missing are canola, barley, and wheat, and they all get planted later in the year. If we look at the growth, yeah, this is ready, and then potatoes is going to be ready very soon. And then fertilization. So our grass, poplar, olives, and grapes all need some attention. So we probably should do that next. We'll let this unload. We'll get all the way to the end of the row, even though it's doing the slow unload at this point. And then we'll run out to the grape field and apply some fertilizer. We have the liquid fertilizer air sprayer, so I think we'll use that. We could, in theory, try to squeeze a granulated fertilizer tractor next to the vines, but that's not really the intent. So let's play it like it really should be played. I think there's a ton of wool bales over there that we may be to the point where we can't even unload. So we might have to do that afterwards, after the fertilization. But let's quickly unload this. I'll note that I've left that forklift in a seriously unsafe position that will easily hit you in the head. Big OSHA violation. And we'll let this guy continue on, and we'll just pay attention to the warnings. Let's jump across to our Landini, this little guy, over in our grape area down by our farm. I'm calling this the farm now. This is like the farm because that's where all the animals are, and where all the productions are, I'm calling that the yard. Good, this is mostly full. Last time we did this, hardly any applied, but I don't think it was the right season to do it. So let's go up and down, turn that on, and we'll just double check that that's actually doing something. It definitely is. You can see that. Is it going to update? Yeah, definitely is. So let's go up and down, do a quick time lapse. We'll do this for both the grapes and also the orbit. that's the olive and grape spraying done. Was able to pretty successfully toggle between the tractor for the harvester and this, and also was able to get the baler going. I'm going to put the mulcher on this to remind myself that that needs to get done. I notice that the grass over there is quite long. I'm not sure what the mulching does. I don't know if it gives you a free fertilization or what, but yeah, it needs to be done. Let's have a look at this guy. Oh, that was good timing. It looks like the harvester just finished that segment. And looks like the other guy is making pretty good progress too. We'll run over here and finish off this last little bit manually and then set the worker off again. Probably maybe 50 something thousand so far. So not a huge yield. We'll get that little bit. My plan with the windrowing guy is not to worry about it. All of the areas where he's basically driven over the swath rather than stopped and allowed the bale to come out. I'm actually going to sacrifice them. We just don't need that much straw bales. We are making a lot of slurry through the different animal barns and stuff, but we still don't need that many, and we still have a lot more fields to go. Actually, I don't know if we've got any more fields that actually produce straw, because I don't know if sunflower does. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Soybeans doesn't. No, actually, this is probably the only field we've got for the year that has straw, but we still have plenty. Like, there's literally 60 or something in the silo, so I'm not too worried about that. The straw turns into slurry. The slurry goes into the BGA to produce methane, and then we get the methane out of it. So it is important. The stones have a 3-to-1 ratio, so from a profitability point of view, it is important to keep that sequence going. This guy's caught up actually quite well. He just goes up and down the width of the windrower, so he's not following particular lines, he's just following the grid. But yeah, we've got a fair few out of it. Enough that I don't care about the loss, as I said. So we should be able to, with that stripe, set this guy off. I think there's enough space back here for the AI to turn around. I think it only requires one width of the blade. And then this should hit the green of the paddock. And it should fit. So that's that done. Well, we can jump into this and have some fun picking up all the bales. I changed the time to 1 time. Time was getting away. I just didn't want to be doing this into the dark. Now that we've got so much going on, actually this planter needs to still be used. I'm probably going to end up owning it overnight. We've got the poplar down, but I also want to put down at least another 30 to 100 more trees around the property. So that needs to get used a lot more. So I'm just going to pick these up. And as you can see, there's not that much left over. Maybe 1/10 of the straw is going to be lost. It's only literally probably 1 or 2 bales worth. And a bale's only worth $60. So yeah, it's definitely not worth it. If we are that short of straw, we will buy it. I don't know what the best technique is for picking these up. Every third one you have to do a slightly longer pause as the relay pushes back, and you'll see that right now. So basically what you want to do is pick up 3 quickly and then go for a bigger gap to the next one. It's the traveling salesman problem. So there's never really going to be a really easy way to know what to do first and what to do next. I tend to do the far ones and then work my way back towards camp. I'm a fan of getting rid of the ones up here sooner than later. That way this guy won't get snagged on it in any way. So he could easily pick this up by accident. So let's get this out of the way for him. So that's, what's that? 13 so far. More than, I'm definitely happy with that amount. That's going to definitely last a year, I think, as far as the cows are concerned. I think the cows only use maybe 4 in a year, if that. Last year we actually sold them all the entire load that we picked up. We actually just sold straight away. How many we got left? We got space for 7 more. It takes 24. It's currently got 17. So rather than unloading it, I'm going to run my luck and see if... oh, it'll probably produce 7 more. Well, actually, only 4 more. Yeah, it'll produce 4 more. So let's get these unloaded. I'm going to take these all the way over to the cows. So rather than putting them in the shed and then unloading them later, now that we have a shed for this type of thing, I'm going to take them all the way out. I'm really liking how this turned out with the horses and the pigs and everything. I think the trees have really set it off nicely. Same with the fence. Yeah, I really like how it's come out. I think will increase the size of the olive orchard, maybe up the hill a bit more. Probably not lengthwise, it'll be more the other dimension. What I might do is shove this... Yeah, we'll put it in this bay over here on the right-hand side. So get this out of the way. And I think I might move this tractor as well. Actually, we might as well see if we can unload it. Yeah, that bay has plenty in it, and we can always transfer them across. But we are up to our last hay bale. And the horses need hay. We won't be doing horses for a little while. So, oh, that's not happy. So let's see if... angles. I think if... There we go. That's it. Yeah, that's better. It kind of wasn't loaded into the machine very well. Looks like the bedding is quite thick there. So I doubt the whole... Oh, I did take the whole bale. I think it was a partial. Manure supply is building up nicely. Still not enough to justify a load. What's the slurry up to in there? The slurry in the cows is up to 34,000. So I want it to be closer to 50 or 60 before we bother. So let's get this nice and square, and we'll try to push this into that bay. Oh, that was interesting alignment. I actually might detach it and then attack this from a better angle. I'm actually having to go in the bay here. Yeah, so I've made that a little bit close. So yeah, let's get this unloaded. I think right about there should about do it. Yeah, the angle of the roof works quite well. And then this will push us forward, which is fine. And then the trick is to, when you open this up again, use those black levers to give it a good push. Yeah, so we'll have to make sure that we don't get snagged on the wall in front of us. But success. That's a whole lot of stuff for there. The forklift can get parked into here, I think. Nice dry spot for it. And we'll park the shredder under here. I actually want this tractor because it's got the narrow tires. I want to use it for fertilization of the poplar. We'll use the granulated fertilizer on that. Alright, let's run this home. That can come home later. Our fertilizer spreader is right here on the end. I'm going to pick that up, run it over to the poplar field, and give it its spray that it wants. Actually, it just got planted, so it may actually not want it right now, but we'll try anyway. It's up this hill. Plan is to make a road up here and then put our house up here sooner than later. Currently, we're still living out of a bus. This should definitely be the width of this. Might be able to just quickly go through this. Is it applying? I don't know if it will or not. Yep, it is. So we'll quickly just do a stripe across here. Make sure that it's covering it. Yep. I don't know if poplar needs fertilizer, but yeah, we can give it to it. And that didn't take much at all, and didn't take long at all either. It's all about having the right equipment. Definitely starting to learn that you've got to have the right balance of how many tractors you want, what things are worth leasing, what things aren't, just by how often you pick them up. Yeah, I think a road, a U-turn road that goes up here and up towards the top of these rocks from both sides would look quite good, and then we'll put a house on it looking over our domain. Pretty sure that's going to be the end of the fertilization for this season, so we can squeeze that in here. We drop that off, and let's check to see how our guys are going out there in the field. Looks like everybody's jammed up a bit. Are you happy? No, you're finished, and you're complaining that the harvester isn't away. That was good news. Another 6,000 from that corner. Hopefully this will fit. Nope. We'll run this over to the silo and dump it off directly. We'll also, I think, might give it a clean as well. And then we can get it ready for, I think everything else that it needs to do this year will, well, next thing it needs to do at least will involve the other head. That's that unloaded. We'll put the auger in and close it down. Run over to where our water spigot is, and we'll give this a clean. Hopefully this will reach. That semi's kind of in the way. So run around here and grab the kasha. Get this cleaned off. Nice and clean. I think I'm going to park this with the head on it. I was going to take it off and make it so we could change heads easier later, but for now, since we're in harvest season, this guy can just stay right there. Let's grab the, is it the Fent out in the field? Yep, who has a complete load of grain, and get him emptied as well. And then we'll need to set the worker off to get the rest of this swath picked up. I might actually do some of that by hand quickly. And that's the rest of the oats into the silo. The grand total will be, having a look, 56,000. Yeah, not a bad number. So let's put this back in the yard. And I might finish the day off abnormally with a time lapse. So I'm going to jump out there in the field, because we don't see much windrowing these days. And I'm going to do a whole lot of wind rowing and do the standard sign-off stuff. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. And we'll see you next time on the Everything Challenge as harvest season is in full swing. And enjoy this final time lapse as we finish off the straw picking up on this oat field. See you next time. Thanks for watching.
So hard to breathe, 'cause when you get too close, I lose my way.